Hey everyone, let's talk about pending sales in the Sacramento region. This is Ryan Lundquist with SacramentoAppraisalBlog.com, and this is probably everything you wanted to know and never wanted to know about pendings. This will be a few minutes. This is really, really important, and it's a little bit technical, maybe some of it, but ask me questions if you don't get it or if I'm not doing a good job explaining. I mean, comment below, no problem. But here's a look at pending sales in the region. Now, we really want to pay close attention right now in light of the pandemic because we want to ask the question, how are buyers responding and are they still engaging? And one of the best ways to measure buyer demand is whether properties are getting into contract or not. Okay, and so here's a look at pending sales since January 1st. What I like about this graph is it includes all current pendings and or pendings anyway, all current pendings that they got into contract after January 1st, and includes every sale that got into contract January 1st and beyond and closed. But it only focuses on the pending date for all that data. And so there's thousands and thousands of data points here. Okay, first you can notice that there's a rhythm to the market. These high points represent Monday at almost every single point here. Okay, and it makes sense because after the weekend happens, people flood the market. There's a lot more offers on Monday, and then what happens in a normal week is that there's less offers, less offers, less offers, and then almost every single point down here represents Saturday. And so there's less offers as the week ensues, and it's this rhythm every single week. Now, here's over the last week in the Sacramento region, we can see a very clear difference where pendings look like they're about down 10 to 15% from where the week was prior. Now, this is important. A couple things. Number one, I'm saying 10 to 15% because we may not have all the data we need right here yet. Okay, and so what I mean is that some agents may have not entered a property as a pending status yet, even though it's technically in contract. And so um, one of the dangers of pulling real-time stats is that the stats can change as weeks ensue. And so that's why I think it's wise to say 10 to 15% instead of just 15%. But also, and most notably, we have to realize that mortgage rates shot up from this week to now. And so it's important to not just say that, okay, it's COVID-19 that's causing the market to change and there's less pendings. Well, that could very well be true. And frankly, we'll know more over the next few months as we really have more data. But we can't just, look at this here and dismiss the power that mortgage rates have, because mortgage rates in our market all year long have been like rocket fuel for competition. And the market is very, very sensitive to rate changes. And so I would expect in a normal market without a pandemic, I would expect to see less pendings. And so again, I'm not dismissing the reality of COVID-19. But I'm also saying over time we have to parse how much of this is a pandemic and how much of it is a change in mortgage rates. All right, so very fair way to look at the market. Clearly, the sellers who have put their properties on hold, and that's spiked recently, in properties that have been canceled, there's been a recent spike. I would say that has nothing to do with mortgage rates. That is definitely pandemic data. Here is maybe something that it's multi-layered. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. This is something I'll continue to watch. I do want to, in closing, just mention that there's currently almost 2,800 pendings on the market. There's almost 2,900 listings on the market, and deals are still happening. In a market like today, what we're going to see is that some buyers and sellers sit on the sidelines. They're out. It's not going to happen. But there's clearly a segment of the market that is still pulling the trigger. There's clearly a segment of the market that is expressing demand for real estate. All right. And so this is something that we'll know more as time unfolds. But otherwise, I appreciate you listening. Thanks for letting me be here with you during the moment. If this was helpful, give it a thumbs up. I'll post again soon. Thanks, guys.